The other day, I watched the new Jordan Peele film, Nope. And I have a lot to say about it. First of all, if you haven't seen it, I want you to turn this video off, turn the live stream off, and go watch it, because you got to. There's no other choice. If you don't watch this movie and you allow me to spoil this movie for you, I'm going to be upset. Because again, movies like this are best enjoyed with no spoilers, right? It's just, like horror movies in general, like again, I don't watch trailers. A lot of horror movie trailers ruin the horror movie. A lot of horror movie posters ruin the movie, right? So I say, if you haven't seen this movie yet and you're even remotely interested, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. It's a great film. And it's just a great movie. I mean, it's a great fucking movie. It's just I just want to start off by saying it's a great fucking movie. I've seen Jordan Peele's horror films before this one, and they're all excellent. And this one is just, again, that motherfucker is a master. Probably the best horror director that we've got at this point. It's really good. So, Nope it's an alien movie. It's a UFO movie. There's a lot of like Ancient Aliens references and stuff that I love. About a family of like horse ranchers that rent out and do stunts with horses with Hollywood, right? So there's like they have a bunch of horses that they train them to work with humans and to do stunts in movies and other kinds of stuff. And they're a family-owned business dating back all the way up until the movie business started originally. And so one of the key parts of this film is like whether or not you can control nature is one of the key aspects of this film. Another aspect of this film is one of the characters involved in a neighboring ranch was a former child actor who was on set when they were doing a show in the 1990s in universe. This is not like in universe. They were doing a show in the 1990s that had a monkey on set, and the monkey went crazy and killed everyone. And so that kind of is like the backdrop for the whole film. Like, should we be trying to tame certain kinds of nature? Is it worth it? Again, I personally think it's animal abuse to I personally think it's animal abuse to eat meat. It's animal abuse. If you have people eating meat in a movie, then you can't say no animals were harmed in the production of this film, because that's a lie. I think in a lot of instances, having real animals in movies is abusive. I'm not sure, again, it's up in the air. But either way, the monkey in this movie is CG, so, no problem there. But again, so that the movie opens with like the monkey like killing people, and then you don't really know what's going on, and then you get like an extended scene in the middle of the movie. I thought it was excellent. And the child actor who survived that incident grew up to like make a name off of that incident. And they one of the core aspects of their character is that they bury their trauma, and that they try to profit off of their trauma, in a way that doesn't re-traumatize them, right? And it's like, it's a sad thing, but it's like, it's how capitalism works. If you have something bad happen to you and everyone hears about it, then that's marketing. That's how you promote yourself. Yeah, I'm the child actor who survived a traumatic incident where a monkey killed all of my coworkers. It's fucked up. But again, it explores how child actors are abused. It explores how people that endure trauma have to just re-traumatize themselves, re-trigger themselves over and over again if they want financial gain in a lot of instances. And again, so you have the family of horse ranchers. Again, their business is not doing so well because their father was killed in a freak accident. It's explained as a plane crash happens, and then like a bunch of like metal objects fall from the sky. One of them falls in their dad's face through their eyeball, and it ends up killing them. And that happens, and then 6 months later, the story picks up, and the business is struggling. They're not doing so well. Again, they have to sell their horses to the neighboring ranch who's building an amusement park with their horses. And it's just kind of a sad state of affairs. Work isn't doing, work is not going well. They're getting fired. It's a really bad time. And, there's a brother and a sister, and their relationship is kind of strained, but, it's not like it's super strained or anything, but it's like, she's off doing her own thing. She doesn't want to be involved in the family business. She wants to make her own way. And the brother is like, I want to keep the legacy alive. I want to make sure that, the fire doesn't die. We've had this we have had this in the family for generations, right? But both of them are extremely understandable and reasonable positions. And then, after a while, they start to bond a little bit again over, this weird stuff that's been going on, right? The horses are, going crazy. They're escaping from their, from what is it, like a stable, I guess. They're escaping and they're running around. Like, I think this whole movie is shot in like a giant desert. And a lot of the film is shot in IMAX, and it looks fucking incredible, right? You see, there's so many scenes in this film where, like, just like look at the poster, right? Look at the poster, and there's so many scenes where it's just you see like one of the characters, and there's like they're a speck, and you just see the whole, like you see the mountains, you see and it's again visually, right? The cinematography, excellent in this film. It's excellent. It's just really, it's 10 out of 10. Excellent. You see the wide shots are fucking incredible in this movie. And so basically the horses start going crazy, and then that bleeds into the monkey thing I was talking about. And so again, it's about taming nature. Like, what's going on with the horses? Why are they going crazy? It's because they're fucking scared. It's because they're fucking scared because they know that there's another predator going on. And so they're originally they think it's a spaceship, but it turns out it's a biological organism in the shape of a flying saucer that is flying around, creating fake clouds as camouflage, and in the dark of night flying around and abducting people to eat them, abducting horses to eat them, biological creatures on Earth to consume them. I gotta say, my favorite scene in this film is I think it's closer to the end, but still in the middle territory, when there's like it's like the first major encounter with the alien, where they it's after they kill a lot of people. They have like a it's like an anti-gravity thing. They've got like a hole, but they like it's like breathing power. They suck people in, right, and it creates like a vortex where people get sucked into their hole. Don't take that out of context. And there's one part of the film where the alien creature is above the family's ranch house, and blood is leaking from the hole, and like the whole house, it's like some Amityville horror shit. Like the whole house is covered in blood. It's blood rain. And they're inside the house. They're freaking out. Again, the acting from the main characters. You've got the brother, the sister, and then there's like some guy from Fry's Electronics who's like helping them install a surveillance system, and they become friends over it. And they're inside. They're freaking the fuck out as blood is pouring on the windows. And again, there's like a wind vortex also. So it's not even the blood is going down, straight down, but it's going down and it's flying around. It was that scene incredible. And then for the rest of the movie, there's blood all over the house too, right? Like they don't clean it up. They don't bust out the power washing kit and clean the house up. There's just blood all over the house for the rest of the movie, and it slowly fades over time, and just it's just blood stained. And it's just great. It's excellent. So again, the characters are ranchers. They tame horses, right? So the whole thing revolves around they're trying to tame the alien creature, not necessarily to control it, not necessarily to domesticate it, but in a way to manipulate it into being caught on film. They hire one of their filmmaking friends. At first, this guy is like, I don't want anything to do with this. He hears a news story on the radio about how there's a mass disappearance right next door, the theme park that was right next door to the ranch, had 40 people mysteriously disappear. That scene, excellent, by the way. And so he hears about this on the radio and is like, oh shit, I gotta call those people back. He tries to get them on film. But again, one of the other parts of the alien is that it creates like this weird electricity field that destroys all electrical objects. So how are you going to record it on cameras when cameras are digital and run on battery power, and anything within a certain radius of this machine, it's not a machine again, it's a biological creature, just turns off? Well, this guy is such a movie buff. He's got an old school hand crank camera that does not operate on electrical power. It's a film hand crank camera. And so that's what he uses to try to capture it. He flies a little bit too close to the sun, where he tries to go inside the creature to get the money shot from inside. He gets like elevated into the vortex and he gets killed, and he's trying to get that, and hopefully the film survives. It's unclear because you can see the film and the camera fall out as he gets killed. So it's unclear whether or not that film would survive. Like if there is a sequel, I could totally see them, having that film as part of it or whatever. I don't know if Jordan Peele is planning on doing any sequels to his films. I don't know if they're all in a shared universe either. Either way, again, you got to watch all of them. You got to watch all of his films. The horror films, they're just great. I've also been watching his comedy show with Keegan Key and Peele. It's very funny. I've been watching that too. I found this guy through the horror movie. So, and it's just, this movie is great. The title, Nope, is an excellent title because one of the themes is that the main character will see some scary shit and he'll just like close his eyes and walk away and he'll just say, nope. Like, I'm not handling this. And we've all been there. We've all been there where something bad happens to us. Maybe you stub your toe on the bed frame and you're like, oh, nope, I'm not dealing with this today. You know, we've all been in that position. It's just hopefully next time you deal with that, it's not an alien creature trying to fucking kill your whole family. Anyway, this movie, the action scenes when they're trying to tame the creature, amazing. The way that the creature looks, the creature transforms at some point, it's amazing. The main characters, right, they're just the way that they're written, amazing. The characters are great. Right, the actors are great. They do a great job. Their relationship, the brother and sister, and then they meet the Fry's Electronics guy who installs the camera equipment, and he's like a UFO guy, right? He's he's like, oh shit, I kind of think I know what's going on. And it's just excellent. It's all excellent. There's a lot of layers to this movie. There's so many references. There's so many this feels like a movie I gotta watch again because I feel like I missed so much. Lindsay in the chat is telling me Nope means not of planet Earth. I would have never fucking thought of that, so now I gotta watch the movie again. Thanks a lot. But anyway, this is one of those movies that there's so many layers to it, and that if just like Get Out, just like Us, you just gotta watch it multiple times to really get all the layers. It's just great. This movie, if you like horror, excellent. If you like monsters, excellent. If you like alien stuff, excellent. It's just an excellent film for every, I don't know how you could watch this movie and not like it unless you're like a fucking person that really hates horror movies or something, which, by the way, if you don't like horror movies, you have a low IQ. But anyway, goddamn, Jordan Peele is, again, a master. This guy really knows how to do it. Probably the best horror movie director that I can think of. The only other person that comes to mind is Panos Cosmatos, but I wouldn't classify his films as horror. That's a whole different thing. But if you classify his films as horror, I would say he's the best. But Jordan Peele, in the form of this kind of horror, master. You gotta watch them all. They're all excellent. They're excellent. I mean, every movie I've seen from this guy so far, 10 out of 10. I can't, it's just, you might think, like, when is the bad one? Is the next one gonna be bad? When's the bad movie? Like, everyone's got to make a bad movie at some point, right? When's this motherfucker going to make a bad movie? I'm waiting. But, if it never happens, I'm here for it as well. Highly recommend it. Nope. You got to check it out. It's excellent. So, that's my review of that.